a 25-year-old woman with an 80-year-old biological daughter.
Happy birthday, Mama. Thank you, darling.
This beautiful woman is already 110 years old. Her daughter's hair has long turned white, yet her own appearance remains frozen at 25. 80 years ago, Adeline was a young girl living an ordinary but happy life. 3 years into her marriage, she welcomed an adorable daughter. She thought happiness would last a lifetime, but an accident took her husband, leaving only her and her daughter to depend on each other. However, fate's blows did not stop there. One day, while driving home, she had an accident and her vehicle plunged into a cold lake. Adeline gradually stopped breathing in the water. Suddenly, thunder roared and a bolt of lightning struck the lake's surface. Miraculously, she was revived. However, she didn't realize that this lightning not only saved her life, but also froze her time at 25 forever. It wasn't until a dozen years later, as her daughter gradually grew up, that she realized she had never changed, as if time had stood still for her.
My God, you haven't changed a bit.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say.
Fleming, you're all grown up.
That's what I keep telling my mom, but she doesn't believe me.
Oh, darling, I'm sorry, we really must leave.
But you look like sisters.
She tried to find the reason for her agelessness, but to no avail. As time passed, her ageless appearance gradually became a burden, until one day, the police stopped her.
Ma'am, it says here you were born January 1st, 1908.
That's right.
That would make you 45 years old?
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm gonna hold on to this. When you come by the station house to pick it up, please bring your birth certificate.
Feeling panicked, she hid in a medical school and took an administrative job. She pored over countless medical books, but still couldn't find an answer. As time went on, people began to question her age, even attracting the FBI's attention. To protect her daughter, she bid a tearful farewell and set off on a journey of escape alone. Today, she works in a deserted museum, living a life of anonymity. One day, she was invited to a hotel party. A man, attracted by her beauty, took the initiative to chat her up and tried to get her contact information. Adeline was planning to change her identity and leave the city, not wanting to form any more ties with anyone. But Bill didn't give up. A few days later, he found Adeline's workplace at the museum. He brought her some books as gifts and offered to donate a batch of valuable books to the museum. The condition was that she had to go on a date with him for a day. Bill's humor and persistence made Adeline waver a bit. In the end, she decided to give him a chance. Bill took Adeline to a pit and showed her an ancient ship submerged underwater, telling her its story. The story Bill told fascinated Adeline, and they had a pleasant date. Despite the enjoyable time together, Adeline was still reluctant to get closer to him. Bill didn't give up. His humor and sincerity slowly melted her defenses. He invited Adeline to visit his home. Adeline went to Bill's house and enjoyed the delicious meal he prepared. After the meal, they sat on the sofa, watching the men and women dancing in the house across the street. Adeline's heart began to quietly soften. All these years, she had been alone, leading an incredibly lonely life. Bill's appearance was like a ray of light penetrating her long and silent years. After an internal struggle, she finally accepted Bill's confession. Soon, they began to seriously consider spending the rest of their lives together. She decided to go back home with Bill to meet his family. However, the moment Bill's father saw her, his face instantly turned deathly pale, his eyes filled with disbelief.